The story of the lobster is a story of survival. It begins not in a fishing boat or on a dinner plate, but in the deep, ancient past. Long before the first dinosaurs walked the earth, creatures much like modern lobsters were already scuttling across the seabed. Fossils tell us this story. They are stony imprints of a world vastly different from ours. Some date back hundreds of millions of years, revealing the early forms of crustaceans, the family to which lobsters belong. Their lineage endured through continents drifting and climates shifting. A hard exoskeleton, powerful claws, and a muscular tail proved a winning design. It let lobsters colonize a vast range of marine environments worldwide, from sunlit coastal shelves to the crushing dark of the abyssal plain, a quiet reminder of nature's persistence. At its core, a lobster is a master of adaptation, a marvel of biological engineering. It is not a fish, but a crustacean, an arthropod. Its body is segmented and supported by a rigid external skeleton. Because the shell does not grow, the lobster must molt, shedding its old armor to harden a larger one. During this vulnerable time, it hides from predators. Life begins as a tiny, almost transparent larva drifting with the currents. Most are eaten, only a fraction survive. After several molts, survivors settle to the bottom and begin a solitary, bottom-dwelling existence. Those reaching adulthood may live for decades, sometimes 50 years or more. Two specialized claws, a heavy crusher for shells, and a sharper Caesar for tearing and handling food. It walks on 4 pairs of legs and escapes with a powerful tail flip. Long antennae taste and smell the water, guiding it to food and away from danger. A nocturnal hunter and scavenger, it feeds on fish, crabs, worms, and mollusks, and cleans the seafloor of carrion. Patient and cautious, the lobster is an efficient inhabitant of the coastal depths. For much of human history, lobster was not a luxury. For indigenous peoples of North America, it was a readily gathered coastal food. Colonists in the 1600s found lobsters so abundant they washed ashore after storms. In colonial America, it became food of the poor, served to servants, apprentices, and prisoners, sometimes limited by indenture contracts. For years, it was more fertilizer or bait than fine fare. In the mid-1800s, canning and railways carried lobster inland, creating new markets. Urban diners acquired a taste. Restaurants in New York, Boston, and Europe put it on menus. By 1900, scarcity inland and distinctive flavor elevated lobster to fine dining and celebration. Technology, transportation, and shifting social tastes transformed lobster from necessity to luxury. Modern cuisine often seeks to honor the ingredient, letting its natural quality shine. The method of catching lobsters has changed little for centuries. The primary tool is the pot, or trap, a cage with a funnel-shaped entrance. Salted fish bait lures foraging lobsters into the trap. Easy to enter, hard to exit. Weighted traps sit securely on the seafloor. Fishers set traps in strings, marked by uniquely colored buoys. The labor is demanding. Haul, sort, rebait, reset, dictated by tides and weather. Most fisheries are tightly regulated to keep stocks healthy. Rules set minimum, and sometimes maximum, sizes, protecting juveniles and prolific large adults. Egg-bearing females are returned. Many regions V-notch their tails to safeguard proven breeders. Science-based management, fishers and regulators together, underpin sustainable lobster fisheries. The world of the lobster is not static. Warming seas are shifting marine ecosystems. American lobster populations have moved northward as waters warm. In southern New England, heat stress, disease, and declines have followed warmer waters. Farther north, populations have boomed, bringing record catches and new challenges. Ocean acidification could hinder shell formation in lobsters and other crustaceans. Diseases like epizootic shell disease worsen with warmth. Conservation remains vital. Size limits, trap limits, and protection for breeding females. Marine protected areas can provide refuges that bolster resilience. The task is to integrate climate, ocean chemistry, and lobster biology into adaptive management. Debate has grown around humane cooking methods. Some chill the animal or quickly sever nerve centers before cooking. In some places, regulations mandate stunning, reflecting evolving food ethics. Modern science has opened a new window into the lobster's hidden world. From genes to behavior, researchers rear larvae, track development, and measure growth under different temperatures and salinities. Tagging reveals movement, growth, and survival. Postcards from the deep when lobsters are recaptured. Marine epidemiology identifies pathogens and tests stressors like rising temperatures. Aquaculture could ease pressure on wild stocks, but lobsters grow slowly and can be aggressive. Scientists test habitat designs, feeds, and selective breeding. Large-scale farming remains difficult, yet progress continues, promising new possibilities. Sustainable lobster fisheries are the result of careful governance. Size limits ensure lobsters breed before harvest. Undersized lobsters are returned. Large and egg-bearing females are protected as prolific breeders. Effort is controlled by trap limits, seasons, and approved gear. Escape vents and degradable panels reduce bycatch and ghost fishing. Collaboration and regular stock assessments guide rules. Many lobster fisheries are now models of sustainability. A thriving industry can coexist with responsible stewardship of a valuable marine resource. The lobster's long story is, at heart, about balance. An ancient survivor, and a species we redefined in mere centuries. Rising demand and a changing ocean put choices in sharp relief. Stewardship means strong science-based rules, research on warming, acidification, and disease, and protection of key habitats. Consumers help by choosing responsibly sourced seafood. Lobsters can serve as barometers of ocean health. They have endured both geologic time and human industry. Their future now depends on our wisdom and our will to keep the balance for generations to come.